This is a video for the Friends group, the community information menu, the left-hand menu. And as you'll see, again, Friends, they get a lot of the same functionality that the residents do and the Indy residents do. Games are particularly good for kids that want to be on the system. They can play a bunch of free games. You'll actually be surprised how many younger kids we have on here, which facilitates them communicating more with their grandparents who are at a community. And yeah, once one family member gets a hold of it, then pretty soon all the family members will get a hold of it, and then pretty soon the whole family's talking to grandma at your community through the system. There's just some changes on this left-hand menu here, which is the community information menu, and we'll go through them. They do get notices, they do see activities, the newsletter, the events, the media. They get something called the executive letter that no other group gets. The executive letter is something that's written from the executive of the community, the administrator, the executive director, specifically to family and friends of residents. The next icon they have is refer a friend. This is for helping a particular resident grow their network of friends, and I'm going to show you how this works. For example, in this scenario, my name is Betty Smith, right? And I'm already connected to these particular residents. In other words, I'm communicating with these residents. These are my friends. And I ran into somebody who I know, or a friend of a friend or whatever, who I think would be interested in talking to Alex or Barbara or Roland, or knows one of these people. And I'm basically making an introduction from one friend in the community to somebody else who's not in the community. And so all I really do is I say, okay, let's say I pick Irene. I know Irene might really get along with a guy named Fred Barnes, and then I put in Fred Barnes' email address, and I write a note to Irene. Remember, Fred Barnes, you guys met years ago, or whatever the case may be. You're making an introduction, and then this email is going to go to Irene. It's going to be letting Irene know that, hey, maybe you talked to Fred, he has an interest in getting a hold of you again. Do you want to invite him into being your friend on the system? So it's a referral situation. And that's all it is. So now Irene can decide whether or not she wants to talk to Fred Barnes and send him an invitation. This one here is called Get Involved. It's the next item that's on the Friends menu that it's nowhere else. And essentially, this is helping to promote volunteerism for members of the Ocean House community that are in the Friends section. If they've got ideas about maybe something that will make some of the some of the residents' lives a little bit nicer, they can offer those up. It's not so much a suggestion box that it is a way to politely ask for referrals, or a way to politely ask for somebody to volunteer their time. And then down here, the Friends also do get a suggestion box. The only other thing I want to point out with respect to Friends is the mail. Now, if you're a friend of a resident, and obviously you probably have an email account, when somebody contacts you, you will get a notification in your standard email that you have a message. And it works the same way as the independent residents messaging system does. They come in, they see they have a message, they click it, and then they go ahead and start using their mail. Okay? So that's it. Again, all the features are listed in other videos if you need to drill down and find out more information about how to use any of these other features.